Not to them. Let me tell you for your information, in case you don't know today. Now, you even remind me. Do you know that as I'm talking to you now, Simon Ekman has already filed many cases waiting for Nigeria. The ICC, the case between Nigeria and Simon Ekman and Biafra, Simon Ekman have forwarded many things to International Criminal Court of Justice. They have submitted to International Criminal Court. Are you getting it? He has submitted to UN. He has submitted to US. They have submitted all over, waiting for Nigeria. Serious, I'm not joking. You can do your findings after now. Seriously. Everything is already on the ground, waiting. That's why you see all these things that Nigeria, you know, in this country, it's something that I don't like. Do you know why I say things that is going on in this country? I don't like it because we never tell ourselves the truth. You understand me? We don't like speaking the truth and we don't like acting on the truth. And listen to Pharaoh Timi. You understand me? And listen to some of his speeches. I discovered that this man exactly what he was saying. And what he was saying was pure truth. You understand? And they look at him because he was speaking in the angle of pure and raw truth. See the way he was treated. If not, there is a Yoruba man. And which I believe the Yoruba elders too, they themselves involved in the matter to plead on his behalf. You understand it? Are you getting it? Including Peter Obi. Let me tell you, do you know why they even pay attention to him in the first place? Not because of what he has said alone, but because of the person that he was in support of, which is Igbo man, Obi. You understand? That was why they decided.
Nigeria government is yet to submit any evidence or document to Finland as regards Simon Ekpa extradition. And with what we can see now, we've seen that the Finland police have given Simon Ekpa mild freedom, you know, and has ordered Tinubu and Musa to come defend the charges against Simon Ekpa. What's your take as regards this?
God bless you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember our humble self, Evangelist Benjamin Johnson, as a snatcher, the only Biafran evangelist that speaks nothing but the truth and ready to end by it. You know, I have already said this even before now, that the very day I watched there's Musa speaking on television, I watched the body language. I discovered that it was full of lies. There was no truth. You understand me? Because when a man is speaking with confidence, you will know. If you are good in studying people, you will know that this person has confidence in what he's saying. You will know that there's no confidence in what he's saying. I watched him that very day on that interview, whereby he was busy saying that they have submitted the necessary document for Simon Ekman. So as I was saying, so I watched him. I discovered that he was lying, but he was just saying that in order to to show or to convince people, you know, already Nigeria is already in the dark. And why did I say this? When a question was thrown to him concerning Tuji Bello, the terrorist, the man terrorizing the Zamfara northern region. Are you getting it? If you watch him, you discover that he has every information about that. And he was speaking with confidence. See the way he was analyzing and breaking it down. But when he now came to the time of Ekpa, so he was not stable, balanced. It was because he was not expecting that question. You understand? So in other words, he was in the dark. He has no knowledge of what is going on in Finland. You get it now? He knows nothing about welfare of Ekpa, Simon Ekpa in Finland. He knows nothing about it. So he was just like, you know, dancing, dangling here and there, you know, trying to not to a kind of being shame. You understand? Regard to that question, because the question came to him unaware. You get it now? So now, see what this woman is saying. Now, Finland, before now, anyway, Finland has already granted bail to 4 guys that was as regarded saying in Nigeria that was arrested with Simon Ekpa. Finland discharged and acquitted, no charges, no case, no nothing. Freedom, remaining Simon Ekpa. And now, glory be to God, I have given him a mild, this thing. Are you getting? A mild freedom. Let me use that word. A mild what? Freedom. Regards to what is on the ground, while they still continue what they are doing. And glory be to God now. See, there's Musa and Nigeria. Now, the time has come. The Finland is now inviting them. Oh, yeah, come and defend. Since you said you have submitted the document that that qualifies you and us for the extradition of Simon Ekpa. Come and defend it. Nigeria is nowhere to be found. And let me tell you this. You know, I've likely said this before now, that Nigeria did not have any relationship or bacteria business with Finland that could warrant Finland releasing their citizens to Nigeria. And the two, it is against the UN law. You understand? And there is no way under the sun that Finland can just carry their citizens. We are not just talking about ordinary person here. We are talking about a whole PM. We are talking about the former commander. In fact, do you know what it means for somebody to be a commander? Can CDS Musa be a commander in a foreign country?
Why not?
It's not, no, excuse me. There is something I want you to understand about this country and the international. Are you getting it? In the Western world, CDS Musa can, if CDS Musa were to be a country like Finland, per se, England, Norway, Slovakia, Slovenia, CDS Musa can never. The only place he can become such is Iran or Iraq.
Why? Because he's a Muslim or what?
Listen to me. That is where his category is. Do you know what it means to be a commander in the Western world? That means you might have gone through many processes, undergo many things. You understand it? Many challenges, many difficulties, many training. You understand me? Before you can be qualified. But in Nigeria here, you understand me? They use politics, they use lie, they use who know man to give you position that you never merit. You understand? But over there, they give you position based on credit. You understand? You cannot stand up now and go to East and begin to kill innocent people. You come out, you collect rank. That is Nigeria way. But it cannot happen over there. You understand? You must know your level before you get a level. You must reach a level before you get a level. You see why I've been saying it, and thank God, Ngozi Orabeze, Orademma, Diorama. A woman, man. You understand? You see it now. She have openly said it and cleared the people that truly Nigeria did not have anything. They are even running away from that which they are claiming that they have done in Nigeria, that they submitted document. They are running away from the document because every document or any document they eventually submit, they will come and give account of it. You don't know? They will definitely come and give account of it. And for them not to come and account for it, they dare not submit it. So what CDS Musa has said is just a mere word, a kind of to clear that side, because it was unexpected question thrown at him. You understand me? So he doesn't really know how to answer that question. That's why he said we have submitted the necessary document. To who?
But if you have not submitted it, do you think he will come out and say that all the necessary documents have been submitted by the Nigerian government?
All the necessary documents.
Because prior to now, he said the military themselves gave Finland evidence that was used to arrest Ekpa.
Why is it that they were called, they were invited? Finland is inviting them even for the, why not them? Let me tell you for your information in case you don't know today. Now you even remind me. Do you know that as I'm talking to you now, Simon Ekman has already filed many cases waiting for Nigeria. The ICC, the case between Nigeria and Simon Ekman and Biafra, Simon Ekman have forwarded many things to International Criminal Court of Justice. They have submitted to International Criminal Court. Are you getting it? He has submitted to UN. He has submitted to US. They have submitted all over, waiting for Nigeria. Serious, I'm not joking. You can do your findings after now. Seriously. Everything is already on the ground, waiting. That's why you see all these things that Nigeria, in this country, is something that I don't like. Do you know why I say things that is going on in this country? I don't like it because we never tell ourselves the truth. You understand me? We don't like speaking the truth and we don't like acting on the truth. And listen to Pharaoh Timi. You understand me? And listen to some of his speeches. I discovered that this man, exactly what he was saying. And what he was saying was pure truth. You understand? And they look at him because he was speaking in the angle of pure and raw truth. See the way he was treated. If not, there is a Yoruba man. And which I believe the Yoruba elders too, they themselves involved in the matter to plead on his behalf. You understand it? Are you getting it? Including Peter Obi. Let me tell you, do you know why they even pay attention to him in the first place? Not because of what he has said alone, but because of the person that he was in support of, which is Igbo man, Obi. You understand? That was why they decided to say Yoruba man. Let me tell you, had he been an Igbo man, then they will not release him. He will not be free by now. You understand? Look at the case of Mazen Namdeka. Look at the case. Every time Simon Ekpa, as if Simon Ekpa is doing anything. Simon Ekpa is not in Nigeria. He has been away for a very long time. Okay, you, the same Nigeria, said that you have ordered Finland as if you are the one that colonized them. So you are now their boss. You ordered them to arrest Simon Ekpa, and they have arrested Simon Ekpa. Yet, what is happening keep happening. That means the man that you accuse is innocent of what you have accused him of. Because if he was the one, the crime should have stopped. You understand? It should have stopped. So all these things, that is why I am not surprised if CDS Musa can come on air and throw this kind of line. You understand? So I am not surprised because where we are is already built on the foundation of lies. No raw truth. You get it? So, and in Nigeria, so far you are operating in the angle of lies, it goes. It goes. And it will continue to go. And that is why this country, Nigeria, is not moving fine and is not getting it right. You understand? Yeah. And people are like, when I remember many years back, almost getting to 20 years now, I've told them that Nigeria no go better. They say, you say you are a man of God. Why did you say so? I say, let's watch and see. I have already said it. And up till today, see where Nigeria is. Do you know why? The truth can never be accepted until Nigeria begin to accept the truth. Because the Bible says the truth will make you free. Until you begin to accept truth, that is when Nigeria will begin to better. Because when we cast our vote, let the person we give our vote be the one that will rule. And if we say we don't want him, let him go. Not when you cast your vote to your choice and Nigeria have made their choice, some group of men in the name of Kaba or in the name of Omiloko whatsoever, they will tell you, see the person that will be there because they're in possession. If you need violence, they have money to buy anything, to violent anything, to, you know, that kind of thing. And you and I don't have money to buy gold or to do anything for ourselves. You understand? Definitely they are the one that will rule. And when they are going in a normal this thing, they don't need to give you 25,000 or 5,000 to vote, to cast vote, if they know that they are going to do good. Because that money that they give to you, you eat today, they will go there and they will recover that money first. By the time they recover the money, it is a business. They will recover profit in addition. After they recover all this, they will now begin to recover then the main thing that makes them to be in the office. You see why this country is not working. You see why everything in Nigeria is not working. Until we start to embrace truth. Until we start to stand on the truth and speak the truth the way it is. That's when Nigeria will begin to go forward. But the way it is now, when everybody's mind has been completely biased and corrupt, no more love, no more unity, no more peace. So the best option presently now and the way it is for everybody to go their separate ways. And that is what Biafra is all about. So that we will establish a kingdom, establish a country, establish a nation where truth reigns. Where people's choice will be given to them. Where people's right will be given to them. Where their life will be valid. That is all about Biafra. Where your original self will manifest to the world.
I am assuring to you, he may not talk, but if Gawang should open to you his heart, you will understand that Gawang is feeling the pain that he fights. And what next happened? His enemy now are fighting him. They are killing his people. When you talk about Plateau Bidul Bell, the people that fought the Biafra, now the enemies are killing his people. And many people think that Gawang is silenced. But Gawang have to be silenced because he knows the enemies. They can harm him anytime, any moment because they don't love truth. They don't love truth. There is no truth in their mouth. Their mouth is full of deception. The government themselves, their hand is involved in doing all the insecurity that has been going on because those common people have no money to buy the AK-47, which costs about 6 million. Tell me which poor person will remove 6 million to buy AK-47? I am assuring you, it is the government, those that have been supporting evil. They are the ones that have been doing that. So we are coming to tell the universe that Biafran people are not the enemies of this country. The enemies of this country are the one that neglect righteousness, the one that neglect freedom, the one that neglect neglects, the coexistence of unity, which are the toxic Fulani men. Those men who stand to annihilate us in our land. In fact, my mother's village, talk about Riyom, they attacked my mother's village. Thank you, all you people that are watching, I greet you all. But this is the message I want to pass for everybody to know, that we in Plateau State, we are tired of who the Fulani. Fulani, they are making our life miserable. Come to Lagos and see the life of the people you know, people that are supposed to be doing good, supposed to be doing great in their states. But what has happened? They have destroyed the states. They burned the biggest terminus in Plateau State. They burned it, and they've been killing us. We the people of the middle belt. Go to Benue. They have been killing us. Go to Taraba. They have been killing us because the Fulani said that is their target, to see that they have finished with us. So what is the better solution? The better solution is to go with the people that love peace. And who are the people that love peace? When you talk about people that love peace, you talk about the people of the Biafran. You talk about people, you know, you talk about people from the South. You never hear them engaging in harming the life of the innocent people. You talk about the life of the Igbos people. You never hear them engaging and harming the life of the innocent people. But what is happening in the north? The Fulani, they have vowed that Nigeria belongs to them, that they will rule whether we like it or not. But their plans is failing, and 2025 will become a worse year for them. The worst year will be 2025 for them. It will be the worst year for all the evil that has been going on in this state. And you know what? Plateau people will find it very, very something that they will welcome to join the Biafra and even the Middle Belt. They will find it so beautiful and welcoming idea to join the people that are seeking for their life to be in good hand, to be in good shape, to have a good future, to have a good life, unlike what now we are having. Because the Fulani, the wicked Fulani, because it's not all of them that are wicked, but the wicked one, they are the one who are causing all what we are facing. And I'm telling you, it will be something that I myself, I would love to hear, that my people will join, they will see the light, and the release of Nnamdi Kanu have to be immediately, because Nnamdi Kanu, I saw the spirit of God surrounding him. So people must listen to what Nnamdi Kanu will tell them. And all the people that are against Nnamdi Kanu, they will all fall one after the other. All of them will fall one after the other. Nnamdi Kanu will shine bright not only in this part of the world, but Nnamdi Kanu light will light Africa. He will be one of the figure that will light Africa. Hate it or love it, take it or leave it. Nnamdi Kanu must rise above his enemies, and all his enemies must bow down to him. Thank you very much.
Okay. So from what we can see now, we've seen about 10 people killed in Benue just recently during the Christmas period, and it has been recorded that over 200 people died in Nigeria, you know, in just over 2 weeks, in over 2 weeks. But with this recent happening now, do you think that it's our time the Nigerian government, you know, make sure that the security improves there in the northern part of Nigeria?
Thank you very much. The northern part of Nigeria, they will never like insecurity to come and stay. They will never like security because they don't love peace. Yes, majority of the leaders, they don't. The government themselves, their hand is involved in doing all the insecurity that has been going on, because those common people have no money to buy the AK-47, which costs about 6 million. Tell me which poor person will remove 6 million to buy AK-47? I am assuring you, it is the government, those that have been supporting evil. They are the one that have been doing that. So we are coming to tell the universe that Biafran people are not the enemies of this country. The enemies of this country are the one that neglect righteousness, the one that neglect freedom, the one that neglects, you know, the coexistence of unity, which are the toxic Fulani men. Those men who stand to annihilate us in our land. In fact, my mother's village, talk about Riyom, they attacked my mother's village. Who are those people? The Fulani, they have vowed they will never stop. And they want the world to keep quiet. So the world must know that there is time for everything. There is time you stay quiet, and there is time you need to take an action. So now is the time that we need people, good people all around the world, to help us to bring an end of this evil. And the freedom which we are seeking for the good of everybody that love goods, most especially to the good loving people of the Middle Belt. It will be a welcoming, a good idea for them to open their eyes and let go with the truth. And what is the truth? The people that stand for the truth. The Biafrans, they stand for the truth. So you need to know that Even what even Gawang himself today, I am assuring to you, he may not talk, but if Gawang should open to you his heart, you will understand that Gawang is feeling the pain that he fights. And what next happened? His enemy now are fighting him. They are killing his people. When you talk about Plateau Middle Belt, the people that fought the Biafra, now the enemies are killing his people. And many people think that Gawang is silenced. But Gawang have to be silenced because he knows the enemies. They can harm him anytime, any moment because they don't love truth. They don't love truth. There is no truth in their mouth. Their mouth is full of deception. And whenever you say truth, they will cut you in the surface of the earth. So don't blame Gawang when you hear him stay in silence. He's staying silent not because he don't want to talk, but he stays silent because he know the wicked ones are surrounding him. But now that the light has come, he will talk. He will talk. I believe that time he will talk and you will hear what he will tell you because he fought. He fought. He thought he fought for good, not knowing that he fought for Fulani, not knowing that he fought for Fulani. And who are the people that today have taken the military? It is the bad ones, the Fulani and the bad houses that join them to do the wickedness with the bad people, some bad ones from Meduguri that join them to do this evil. They kill innocent soldiers that stand for truth. They kill them. And that is, and you want people to continue staying in that same system? You want us to continue to stay in the system that already deny you the freedom to become what you are meant to be? They continue to say that Igbo is not going to rule. What Aram nonsense is that? When I heard the news about that, I continue to let my people to know that that is Aram nonsense. You cannot say you live with people and they cannot rule. It's not working like that. So far, the Igbos are part of the country. They have to rule. They have to be. We have to see a candidate that will represent this country, and that is why the Middle Belt. We voted massively for Obi. We voted massively. I'm telling you. You talk about Kaduna massively for Kogi. You talk about Nasarawa. They massively for Kogi. You talk about